Hey, it's Christine Blackburn. Welcome to Storyworthy. Now, if this is your first time listening, well, you've got a lot of choices. You can scroll through the back catalog of over 10 years and find your favorite comedian or performer to listen to, or check out the topics because there are some fantastic true stories on this show. For instance, maybe you want to hear about Kevin Nealon working at a strip club in Point Barrow, Alaska. Or maybe you want to hear about Allie Gertz and the car accident that changed her life. Or you can go back in the catalog and hear from Larry King, who's been on the show 3 different times. Or maybe you want to hear from Bobcat Goldthwait and how he performed for the Juggalos. Or maybe you want to hear a story from the hilarious Randy Sklar about taking his wife on a hot air balloon ride that crashed. Anywhere you want to start is perfect, you guys. So welcome to the show. Please follow Storyworthy on social media at Storyworthy. And make sure you check out Story Smash, the storytelling game show, streaming live on Facebook and YouTube every Friday night at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I've got expert judges like comedians Blaine Capatch, Kira Sultanovich, Felicia Michaels, and judges like Danny Zucker, Mark DiCarlo, Ed Krasnick, and so many other fabulous guests. Don't forget, you guys, Story Smash every Friday night at 7 p.m. on YouTube and Facebook. And again, enjoy Storyworthy. If you have any emails you'd like to send over, feel free to email me directly, christineblackburn1@gmail.com. And don't forget, you guys, make it a storyworthy week.
Wake up to Pepsi. I'm Rebecca Lieb.
I'm Jason Horton.
And this is Ghost Town.
We've talked about New Coke.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's only fair that we put Pepsi on trial.
We are nothing if not fair.
The cola wars will always rage in our hearts, and Pepsi A.M. is on trial. The soda for breakfast.
I mean, I love it. I love soda. I love breakfast. What's not to like?
This was, from what I gathered, more of a direct attack at coffee drinkers than it is, say, Coca-Cola or other competitors. They were really going after coffee drinkers. Like, what are people drinking in the morning? Because I'm imagining they're like, listen, we have people drinking Pepsi or cola at lunch and at dinner and at night, but not many people are drinking it for breakfast.
No, which is so misguided. The idea of a coffee drinker, like, turning to soda in the morning is so beyond. They should have been advertising it to me if I were of an age at that time to go, because I would drink like Diet Mountain Dews every morning. Honestly,
before I quit soda, like probably well over 2 years ago, I would have Diet Mountain Dew in the morning, and I loved it.
I fucking love Diet Mountain Dew, and I love a Pepsi, I love a Coke. I don't discriminate. An energy drink in the morning with a cigarette. Like, I hope my mom's not listening to this because that was a lot of
She's very against energy drinks.
She loves cigarettes though.
Loves cigarettes, hates the energy drink business.
That was a lot of my morning routine. And meditation, of course.
And I always think about now, like the rise of Starbucks or coffee shops. And I always try to pinpoint when that really had its meteoric, what's the word? Meteoric rise?
Yeah.
Yeah. When did that
like
happen?
A meteor.
Because it didn't happen. It's not like it's been like that for 50 years. I mean,
No.
Yes, coffee, but the idea of the culture of a cafe and I know the show Friends really, did a good job in making that a centerpiece of where they
definitely
got together. And the fact that anything can get turned into a Starbucks now.
For sure. Oh, it will, yeah.
Our KFC Pizza Hut combo.
I'm still reeling.
We went there to try to get it, and we were like, it's a Starbucks.
My heart is broken that KFC Taco Bell is now a Starbucks. I'll never be the same.
It was a Rally Burger, kind of more towards me, and now it is a Starbucks.
I don't like it. It also, I think, coincides with the culture of fast food becoming breakfasty, too, where it's like, if you're already a soda drinker and you're going for fast food breakfast, like maybe you do want a soda, and that's pretty commonplace.
And from what I also found is it wasn't uncommon for people to drink soda at breakfast, but it was never really truly marketed. And I feel like they were leaving money on the table. So they were like, we're going to go at 'em with Pepsi A.M. And the idea of sodas really amping things up, like Jolt Cola.
Oh my
Jolt?
God. Hell yeah.
Which was like, you're hooked on Jolt? What's going on? Where'd you get Jolt?
It's like, does this have a critical amount of caffeine in it? Well, your heart might explode if you have more than 3 of these, but try. Get a 6-pack. Bring it to the AV club.
And Pepsi was like, great, we're going to come up with something, which is not necessarily a bad idea.
No,
on its
everyone,
face.
especially when, like people secretly drink soda in the morning. Like they do. Not so secretly. Here, we just talked about it.
But it was a huge failure. And from what I'm gathering and kind of what I'm just using critical thinking, I think the fact is that people don't want to be told, hey, we know you're disgusting and drink soda for breakfast. So why don't we market something? I think people don't want to admit that. Mm-hmm. And they're like, listen, if I want to drink soda for breakfast, I want to do that in the privacy of my own
shamefully.
home. I don't want to pick up Pepsi A.M. I think they wanted to be like, if I'm going to drink, I'll just drink the regular soda for breakfast. I don't need something else to be told that.
That markets to everyone around me at the grocery store that I am a morning soda drinker specifically.
Back then, talking about 1989, coffee drinking wasn't what it is now by any means.
No.
Soda consumption was only going to rise. So I've kind of been checking out so I'm just generally curious because I've been, I think, alive long enough, and maybe some people are listening have been around long enough to kind of see when oh yeah, that's right. You can't smoke on an airplane or you have to wear a seatbelt. All these things that, smoking in a restaurant. I still remember going, oh, do you care if you sit in the smoking or non-smoking section?
Yeah.
And I know you were always like, I'll sit in the smoking section whether I'm smoking or not.
How about you just give me a bunch of cigarettes? I won't fly.
And
I'll smoke on the ground.
You'll make your own section. But in 1989, Pepsi A.M. never even made it on the shelves. It died
travesty.
on the vine in marketing research.
I'm sneakily looking up to see if I can buy you some Pepsi A.M., but I can't find it.
Well, now it's Pepsi A.D.
After death.
Yes. Or is it Anno Domini? I don't know.
Who knows? But that is something that I would be so exciting to me if I were, had money to consume things and cognizant of it as a product. I also think it could go in that direction of Pedialyte, where there's a weird hidden market for it. How Pedialyte's good for hangovers, where it's like Pepsi A.M. You mix it with rum and you get the hottest new college drink. I don't know. I'm really up for remarketing this. Clearly,
it had 28% more caffeine than regular Pepsi.
You got it.
That's great, but was still 77% less than coffee.
That's not good.
So you're really, yes, you're getting more of that, and maybe you don't need to drink 1.5 cans to get that. 1 can would be 1.5 cans of Pepsi, which is, it's an increase, but it can't compete with coffee.
No. It's not even the same in the same universe, really.
So Pepsi A.M. And Diet Pepsi A.M.
Oh, of course. When you're trying to keep your figure but still want to be disgusting in the morning.
Caffeine, suppresses appetite.
Mm-hmm. But all that stuff where it's artificial sweeteners. Artificial sweeteners also coupled with this caffeine derivative, coupled with just the taste of Pepsi, which also always is very chemically. Again, I love it, but it just makes for this very strange experience, I assume.
According to CBS News, Pepsi has done a lot of brilliant things in their advertising and new products, said Elliot Rossum of A New Product Works. But this was not one of them.
No.
They did a test market in the Midwest.
That's your market. It should have been with 13-year-olds in the Midwest.
Phoenix, Arizona, Pittsburgh, some real, and some places in New York that, there's not a ton of information on it because it never really made it anywhere, but it had some test markets and it was overwhelmingly bad because sodas, they put out products all the time and you're like, oh yeah, I remember liking that. And they took it off the shelves. This was, I guess, so bad for some reason. I think people really are precious about their rituals. Morning,
for sure. Morning especially,
is for cereal.
Yeah.
The idea of eating breakfast for dinner probably took a while for, that to be a thing. And I think people really like the fact that coffee is in the morning and orange juice in the morning and Pepsi, it before 12:01, no.
No.
It's got to be after that.
That's very true. And again, if you're going to drink soda in the morning, you'll probably drink it covertly and not, like some kind of jacked up Pepsi product.
So let's take a quick break.
Mm-hmm.
I'll come back for more breakfast soda. We are back.
I finished my breakfast soda. I would like another.
According to AP News, in 1990, Pepsi has stopped testing its extra kick Pepsi A.M., although Pepsi will continue to test a market strategy aimed at luring coffee drinkers to its regular cola in the morning. And proposed slogan, Pepsi in the morning. That's it. I mean, I don't know.
You know what?
Somebody
get
got
to
paid
it.
for that.
Fucking get to it. I love it.
During that time, the percentage of soft drinks in the morning had risen to 15%. So people were doing it.
Yeah.
I think they just wanted to do it without being told to do it, or there's a specific product for it.
Also, like, what? After 12, you can't drink Pepsi A.M.? Like, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, soda is for garbage people at any time of day.
In fairness, during that time, the percentage of soft drinks consumed in the morning had risen to 15% of all soda sales from 10% from the decade before. I'm assuming that they must have had questionnaires and did market research, like when are you drinking soda? Yeah. And it makes sense. I mean, the bubbles feel good. There's caffeine. It gets you, get your insides going,
Woo.
I guess.
Yeah.
And coffee consumption was showing signs of declining during that time, which is kind of hard to believe. That's why I always kind of think of like, when did this all change? In 1990, Americans drank an average of 1.75 cups of coffee per person, down from its peak in 1962 in 3.12 cups per day.
Oh, three cups of coffee in the morning, 3 martinis in the afternoon.
And a nice healthy cigarette.
5 gin and tonics around 3 p.m.
And today it is more closer to that 3.2. And so it's gone back up. Soda's been on the decline since about 2001. So I'm just looking at all these charts and I'm like, when did soda hit critical mass? And it seems like 2001. I think, energy drinks, took place of a lot of that. There's more competition. There's just, it's not just Pepsi and Coke and Mountain Dew and such.
And also, I mean, like health studies, I think people were getting a little bit more health conscious at that time. It wasn't like when you think about, again, all this soda marketing in the 80s and 90s where it was like pizza, soda, like it was more about food technology and what your food can taste like and what it can be marketed and packaged and be convenient to people. And
it was a cola war, and very seldomly do you hear the word war when it comes to, you might hear it as far as, in journalism, they might be like, hey, the war between this and that. But when soda manufacturers are proudly like, no, this is a war and we're going to win, and we're putting you, we're kind of making it awkward for you because you have to choose.
Yeah.
So we're on the street and drink this one. Which do you like better?
Yeah.
It was a lot of that.
Blind taste tests, all those like, what this, okay, really? Because this one's Pepsi, like the reveal. Yeah, and also just the Super Bowl. Remember the Britney Spears Super Bowl commercials? Like all of the money that was being put into the bigger and better commercials. I mean, it still kind of is that, but not quite to the same extent.
I'm going to give you a little bonus. A little bonus for you because I know you want at least a story of a successful breakfast drink.
I would like that. Pepsi
did succeed for a short amount of time with Pepsi Kona. Kona. But that only lasted from May 1996 until 1997, only in the city of Philadelphia.
Oh,
the
baby.
City of brotherly love. We've done many episodes about Philadelphia. It's where my brother lives. I've gone and visited. So, of course, in Philadelphia, they're like, give me freedom or give me a breakfast soda.
Is that a coffee-flavored soda?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. You know what? You shoot for the moon, you land on the stars. What about water, though?
What is water? What is water? What is that? What is that? What is water? What is water?